So just yesterday, I made a video about Paramount Plus dropping a third of their streaming content, just out of nowhere. Over the course of a year, between 1 year and the next, dropping a third of it, gone in the ether. You don't like it, too bad. Maybe it's gone to another streaming service that you have, or maybe it's gone to another streaming service that you don't have. So you have to pay and open up another account with another streaming service to access it. Maybe it's just gone into the ether. Too bad. So it seems constantly that many of these streaming services are dropping content from their rosters, but the price constantly goes up. The price never goes down with these streaming services. So now they're offering you less, but charging you more, with the exception of I think Amazon Prime, who was one of the few whose roster boosted a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. But you always have the option with Amazon Prime to rent or own them digitally. So, catch as catch can, I guess, or, whatever you think of that. The only streaming service that I'm familiar with that seems to be offering anything in the way of a discount now is Apple Plus. That seems to be, they've just opened up a 3-month free trial. So if you don't have Apple TV, you can go over there and get the first 3 months for free. I'm right now enjoying Legacy, which is okay so far. Parts of it I like, parts of it I don't. I'm going to see Napoleon. I'm going to see Killers of the Flower Moon when I get a chance to sit down for, 3.5 hours. But I think what's keeping a lot of these people in check with these streaming services are the exclusive series. So if you're a fan of Yellowstone, or if you're a fan of Cobra Kai, or if you're a fan of House of the Dragon, so on and so forth, they're exclusively offered in these particular little shells. So, you're going to continue to pay for them. But it seems to be bolstering an argument that each of us needs to be increasing our physical media library, and that's what I want to get to right now. Let's take a look at this article from Variety, and this was yesterday. Christopher Nolan says streaming-only content is a, quote, danger and, quote, can get taken down. Guillermo del Toro calls owning physical media a responsibility. And this is by Zach Sharf from Variety and yesterday. It says Christopher Nolan made headlines earlier this month when he took a playful jab at streaming platforms while discussing the upcoming home release of Oppenheimer. The atomic bomb drama, which grossed a staggering $950 million in theaters worldwide, is hitting Blu-ray and other digital platforms this month. Nolan said at a recent Oppenheimer screening that it's important to own the film on Blu-ray so that, quote, no evil streaming service can come steal it from you, end quote. It was a joke when I said it, but nothing's a joke when it's transcribed onto the internet. Nolan recently told the Washington Post in a follow-up interview. There is a danger these days that if things only exist in the streaming version, they do get taken down. They come and go, the director said. Streamers have become notoriously known in the past year for pulling original titles from their platforms in order to license them out elsewhere and open up potential revenue streams. When such titles are streaming-only offerings, their removal makes it impossible to view the films elsewhere. Such was the case this year with the Disney Plus movie Crater, for instance. I don't know what that is. The streaming-only family adventure was pulled from Disney Plus in June and could not be viewed anywhere until it was reissued as a digital release months later in September. For Nolan, owning physical media is the only way to combat such streaming trends. And I agree with him. I have my collection here. I have more over in other rooms. This is stuff that is basically relevant to the channel. And then other genres of film that I enjoy, dramas, maybe comedies, action thrillers. I tend to keep them over there. Here, a lot of horror and sci-fi, fantasy, that sort of thing. But I own it myself, and so I don't have to wait for it to come back to Max to watch it. If I want to watch Lord of the Rings, if I want to watch Battlestar Galactica, if I want to watch Carnival, if I want to watch Star Wars, Mission Impossible, any of the X-Files, any of these things, I just pull it off my shelf. There you go. Guillermo del Toro agrees, having shared Nolan's recent quotes on X, formerly Twitter, and added his own commentary on the issue. Physical media is almost a Fahrenheit 451, where people memorized entire books and thus became the book they loved, level of responsibility, Del Toro wrote to his followers. If you own a great 4K HD, Blu-ray, DVD, etc., of a film or films you love, you are the custodian of those films for generations to come. Nolan previously said that he has spent months preparing Oppenheimer for home release so that the Blu-ray version of the film sounds and looks as pristine as the film's theatrical release. Obviously, Oppenheimer has been quite a ride for us, and now it is time for me to release a home version of the film. I've been working very hard on it for months, Nolan said. I'm known for my love of theatrical and put my whole life into that. But the truth is, the way the film goes out at home is equally important. The Dark Knight was one of the first films where we formatted it specially for Blu-ray release because it was a new format at the time, he continued. And in the case of Oppenheimer, we put a lot of care and attention into the Blu-ray version and trying to translate the photography and the sound, putting that into the digital realm with a version you can buy and own at home and put on a shelf so no evil streaming service can come steal it from you. Oppenheimer arrives November 21st on Blu-ray and digital platforms. So that is today. And here you can see the quotes from Del Toro, so on and so forth. So, I mean, I can't agree more. I want, Primal, Hellsing, the MCU movies that I enjoyed up until the end of Phase 3, the entirety of the DCEU, so on and so forth. Yeah, I mean, it's the same with books. I mean, I have a few things on Kindle, and I have a few things. I kind of have an Audible account that I use because, sometimes I might be riding 45 minutes to work, so on and so forth. So I don't feel like listening to a playlist or something like that. And so I'll just pick it up that way, a book. But I tried Kindle for a little while, these digital libraries. It doesn't have the same feeling as being able to turn a page. I love that feeling. I love the smell of books, being able to hold it in your hand. And I love, just being able to pop a movie that, I want to watch this. And so let me go grab it real quick. It's the same with with music. I love Spotify. But I have quite a rack over there of CDs. I'm not a vinyl collector, that sort of thing. I'm not one of those people that believes vinyl sounds better, whatever. And I think I heard a good quote about it the other day, that vinyl collectors listen with their heart and not their ears. I've never been that deep into it, but there you go. So I think it is a responsibility of anyone who claims to be a fan of these, cinema, music, books. Get yourself a physical media collection. So yeah, no evil streamer can take it from you. Let me know what you think about this. Leave a comment. One word comment is fine. Are you a physical media collector? Or are you just hey, whatever happens to be on when I'm, surfing through the channels is it? I personally do not have cable, so everything I have in terms of being able to watch it on TV outside of my own collection, is streaming services. So I relate to this a great deal. But yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you agree, disagree? Not really sure. Subscribe to the channel. I always appreciate a new sub. Trying to get to 500 so I can monetize this bad boy. Yeah, like I said before, I think like the video, and we will see you all in the next one. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Have a good day.